like Srila Prabhupada explained, like bubbles floating in the waves of the ocean of material existence. And in due course of time, it will all be burst into oblivion. But in order to chant the holy names properly, there must be a nice service attitude.
Try.
Otherwise, Krishna, who's not different than his name, will not really be very concerned with what we chant. Krishna's a person. Sri Radha is a person. And their names, they have manifested themselves personally. In Jagannath Puri, every year the devotees would come for Rath Yatra. And every year, the residents of Kulinagram, headed by Ramananda Basu and Satyaraj Khan, they would attend. One year, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that the ropes of Jagannath's chariots were breaking. Have any of you ever been to Puri for Rath Yatra? Please raise your hand. Parama Karuna Prabhu, do you remember the size of the ropes for the chariots? Can you stand up and give us a... They're that thick, literally. And how long? They were about a city block long. Literally thousands of people on each rope. And there's 4 ropes for each chariot. Tens and thousands of people are simultaneously pulling. And hundreds of thousands are trying to get to the rope. Because the chariots are very big. Jagannath's chariot. 16 wheels. Each one is higher than any of us. The chariots are made of 700 full-grown trees. New ones made every year. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that in Kulinagram, they had an industry there where they made silk ropes. Usually silk ropes are little ropes. Ropes you use for your home. But Lord Chaitanya told his devotees from Kulinagram, I want you to make silk ropes for the chariots every year.
Try.
Wow. The people of Kulinagram never made ropes that thick and that long. One rope. And if there's 4 on each chariot, that means 12 such ropes, at least. So they took that as their life and soul. Seva, service. And then Satyaraj and Ramananda asked Lord Chaitanya a question. So we are grihastas, householders, with family, wives, husbands, children, occupation. How is it possible for us to attain Krishna consciousness? And Lord Chaitanya said, we should constantly chant the holy name of Krishna and serve the Vaishnavas. Very simple. The next question, how do we know who is a Vaishnava that we should serve? Lord Chaitanya said, anyone who once chants the holy name of Krishna is considered the best of people. Now there's quite an elaborate purport to this. We don't have so much time. But in essence, Srila Prabhupada is explaining how actually Lord Chaitanya says in that verse, he says the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is is so powerful that one doesn't even have to take initiation to chant, which was quite radical in those days. Like Gayatri mantra or other mantras, they were not even given to you. You weren't even allowed to chant them until you took formal initiation ceremonies. But the holy name of Krishna, if you just hear it from a devotee, you can start chanting. And if once, without ulterior motives, without offenses, we can chant, it cleanses all the sins that we've ever committed in this and all previous lives. If we could just chant with a sincere heart, genuinely taking shelter. And there are no hard and fast rules for this chanting. You can chant anywhere, everywhere. All that is really important is our sincerity, our service attitude, and our attentiveness. The next year, the residents of Kulinagram came with all the silk robes. These days, if you go to Puri, the ropes I don't think are silk. They're just kind of ropes, really big, but they're ropes. Whatever ropes are made out of hemp of some sort. But in the time of Mahaprabhu, these ropes were very, very sacred. They were paraphernalia that's bringing Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra to Vrindavan. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Bhavaduti Subalitam Nomi Krishna Swarupam, is Krishna in the mood of Sri Radha. Her love, with her complexion, and after so long time, Rath Yatra is about taking Krishna along with his brother and sister back to Vrindavan to enter again into his cowherd Leela. So Mahaprabhu wanted the purest, most best of all robes. And that year, again, residents of Kulinagram, they asked a very interesting question. We are fallen householders. How can we attain Krishna consciousness? Lord Chaitanya smiled. It was the exact same question as the year before. And Lord Chaitanya said, last year he said, anyone who once chants Hare Krishna. Lord Chaitanya answered it this way. He said you should constantly chant the names of Krishna and serve the Vaishnavas. They asked, how do we know who is a Vaishnava? And Lord Chaitanya said, anyone who constantly chants the name of Krishna is the best of people, a real Vaishnava. The next year, they came back with another set of ropes, and they asked a simple question. We are fallen householders. How can we become Krishna conscious? And Lord Chaitanya said, you should constantly chant the names of Krishna and serve the Vaishnavas. And they asked the third time, how do we know who is a Vaishnava? Lord Chaitanya smiled again. He said, anyone who simply by seeing them chants the names of Krishna is the best of all Vaishnavas. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave 3 examples of a Vaishnava. One who once chants the holy name, one who constantly chants the holy name, and one who just by seeing induces others to chant. These are 3 levels of devotees. But what is interesting, being a Vaishnava is very much focused around how we chant the holy names of Krishna. And interestingly, before Lord Chaitanya began his Ratha Yatra every year, with folded hands, he would offer that beautiful verse. I'm not a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. I'm not a Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, or Sannyasi. Gopi Bhartur Padakamalai Vardasa Dasa Dasa Das. My only identity is to be the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord of the Gopis, Shri Krishna.